Minsu and Sonjin parked outside Kim's house. Sonjin looked at Minsu with concern and asked if she was sure about going in alone to retrieve the photos. He reminded her that he could go on her behalf, especially since she was pregnant and shouldn't be walking around too much. Minsu, with a reassuring smile, told him it was okay. She explained that she had an idea of where the photos might be and would just grab them and leave as soon as possible. Sonjin took her hand and assured her that he would be waiting. Minsu stepped out of the car and walked to the house. She rang the doorbell for several minutes with no answer. Eventually, the maid opened the door and let her in. Minsu greeted her and explained that she had come to collect some of Kim's personal belongings. She asked if anyone was available to assist her. The maid hesitated, informing her that Kim's stepmother was inside with her daughter and had left strict instructions not to be disturbed. She seemed afraid to go against those orders, as it could cost her job. Minsu then asked the maid to retrieve the items instead, but the maid resisted, explaining that they had been instructed not to enter Kim's room or touch anything in it. Frustrated, Minsu told her that since no one was willing to help, she would go get the items herself. The maid tried to stop her, but Minsu ignored her and climbed the stairs to Kim's room. Once inside the room, she paused and looked around. It was clear the room hadn't been tidied since Kim had left. On the bed lay a diary she had bought for her on her birthday, which she picked up and smiled at before placing it back. She opened the drawer and found a box with some of Kim's personal belongings. Fortunately, she found the photo of Kim's mother she had been looking for. She also decided to take a few pictures of Kim's father before carefully putting everything else back in place and heading out. As she walked through the corridor, she noticed a door slightly ajar. Just as she was about to pass by, she overheard Kim's stepmother and stepsister talking. At first, she tried to ignore them, but she stopped in her tracks when she heard them mention Kim's name. Kim's stepsister asked her mother if she was certain that she had bribed the lawyer and seen the will. Her mother, frustrated, confirmed it. She couldn't believe that after all those years by Kim's father's side, he had excluded them from the will. According to the document, everything, including the company, was to be left to Kim. If he passed away, they would be left with nothing. Shocked and angered, Kim's stepsister said they needed a solution. She couldn't believe Kim, someone she considered a good-for-nothing, would walk away with everything. She added that her stepfather must have been laughing at them all these years, knowing he planned to leave them nothing. Her mother stared at her, asking what she thought they should do. Moving closer, her daughter coldly suggested that they get rid of Kim. Minsu stood frozen behind the door, unable to believe what she was hearing. Kim's stepsister reasoned that if Kim were gone, she would automatically be out of the will and wouldn't be alive to contest it. She added that her mother could manipulate the lawyer again, just as she had bribed him before to see the will. Her mother smiled and praised her daughter's cunning, adding that they might as well consider a way to eliminate Kim's father too, whom she referred to as an old dirtbag. Minsu stood there, her body trembling from what she had just heard. As she tried to quietly walk away, she accidentally dropped the pictures. Hearing the noise, the two women fell silent and exchanged panicked glances. Kim's stepsister called out, demanding to know who was there. Minsu didn't answer. As the footsteps approached, she quickly ran back into Kim's room and hid behind the door, her body shaking. She thought of calling or texting Sonjin, only to remember she had left her phone in the car. Panic surged through her as she imagined them waiting for her outside, certain now that someone had overheard their conversation.